Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you guys are enjoying the World Series going on right now. Things are cooling down. It's eggnog season. Today we're going to talk about the 1988 Donruss set and its errors. This is a set I really invested a lot and bought up a lot back in the day. Back in 1989, I was buying a bunch of 89 Donruss in packs. They were selling them everywhere. Gas stations, grocery stores, whatever, convenience stores. They were everywhere for 50 cents a pack. And there's one convenience store that was close to my house that was selling the 1988 Donruss. And I was like, wow, that's a year old. That must be worth more. And they were selling them for 75 cents. And I was buying them up. Every time I had a little bit of money, I'd go out and buy a pack for 75 cents, thinking that they're going to be worth it. It wasn't a very good return on my investment, as I'm sure you guys understand about that junk wax era. And we're going to talk about these cars today. They kind of have a distinctive border, that blue and red and black. Donruss was kind of unique as far as it didn't go into traditional white backgrounds like you would expect. They're kind of inventive, but also, I don't know, kind of ugly on some of them. But we're going to talk about the set a little bit more here. There are 660 cards in the set. The complete set is worth $15. This is over 30 years old and has a $15 value on that complete set. Ouch. I mean, these cards just are not worth anything. They're known for having some poor quality control where the packs, you open up a pack and there'd be like all the corners would be completely dented, or there'd be like paper loss and chips and of course, then the centering. You know, they're just had some real problems with that. As a result, you can kind of find some PSA 10s going for quite a bit there. I know you would seem weird to grade the 1988 Donruss just because they're not worth much, but the PSA 10s kind of bring in some value. I'm not going to be grading any. On the cover of the box here, we have Dale Murphy, and he's holding his card, and on the front there in the middle has the puzzle piece of the Stan Musial. And it's kind of funny because on the cover there, here's his card right here. It's kind of miscentered. So look how his hat goes above the border of the card, but on the box it's well below. And then same with the Stan Musial puzzle piece here. I have an example here. His hat is like way high above, but in the on the cover of the box, it's way lower. So the centering or the cropping is way off on that. But that's not really an error. I mean, this was probably the rough draft there. I mean, this is before they started mass producing the cards, so kind of interesting. Not really an error, just kind of an interesting thing that I noticed was different. Let's jump right into some errors here. So first of all, we have a partnership with GruntTalksMLB.com, and I want to mention them here real quick. They're not making any money. I'm not making any money here. They're not paying me, but check them out if you haven't already. GruntTalksMLB.com. They're hosting a lot of my videos over there. And proud to announce that that relationship there. Very cool website. Got a lot of cool stuff over there. Check them out when you get a chance. Let's dive back in here. So a lot of the 1988 Donruss has a missing copyright. Now, right below the logo of the team, there'll be a little copyright. And it's missing on a lot of cards. And it happens on so many of them that they weren't corrected, that it doesn't make any more valuable. And there's not a corrected version. They just left them off on a bunch of them. Another cool thing about the set is the factory set versus the wax packs had different backgrounds. Okay, so see how the background has the stripes there, kind of looks like a mirror image on this Bobby Bowes. So I get the glare away from it. It's the same card, obviously, but the background has the stripes in different spots. So that was something that was difference between factory sets and wax packs. And I wasn't able to find a source whether it was confirmed that every single one of them was like that, but I believe that every single one was like that in the sets. But it doesn't bring any extra value. It's not really considered an error. It's like a variation. I don't know if Donruss did that on purpose. I kind of like to think that they did, so that you can easily tell which one's a factory set, which one's a wax pack. But I wasn't able to confirm that. The checklist cards are number 100. 200, 300, 400, 500, and 600, and there's variations of those checklists. So your traditional looking checklist, but they had different amounts of cards on each one. So, for example, the card number 100 has cards number 28 to 137 on the checklist. But they also came out with a variation that was 28 through 133, so 4 less cards on the variation there. I wasn't really able to find a reason why they did that, except I believe if you go down, and it's on all of them, okay? But on 600, they make room for the BC cards. That's the bonus cards, like the MVP cards. So they're listed on the checklist there. That's the only thing I could think of there is they're trying to make room for those to fit on there. But those aren't worth any extra either. They just all come in at 5 cents. All right, let's get into some base cards here. Card number 32, Nelson Liriano. So if you take a look at this card here, look at his face there, and he's a dark complexioned fella, but it's not a very good picture. You can't see any kind of facial features. It's just all shadow. Well, Donruss came back and corrected that, where they lightened it up there, where you can actually see his like facial expression. Okay. Well, to be honest, this one here on top is the Leaf version. That's the Canadian counterpart of the Donruss, but they actually did correct it in the Donruss set as well. It seemed kind of rare there because I couldn't find one, but that is not recognized by Beckett, as a lot of these errors are not. So there's not any additional value associated with that. Ray Knight, number 108. Now this is kind of the weirdest error in the set, I believe. This one is not at all recognized by Beckett there, but there's a few sources online you can check on that. And this is the scar error. Now this particular one is a corrected one, has no scar, but on several of the cards, he's looking off to the side, right? Looking off the side, and there's a scar on his neck right here. And it looks like it's a printing anomaly because it's either black or white. Well, to be more specific, there's a white scar, there's a half black scar, and then there's a full black scar. So there's a total of 4 cards. I only have the corrected. Those are really hard to find, and if you have them, they're probably worth some money. I say probably because they're not in the Beckett, and they sell for exorbitant amounts of money on eBay, but I wasn't able to really see if they were really selling for that amount, so that remains to be seen. But it's kind of a cool one there. If you got some of those scar errors on the Ray Knight card there, that might be a cool one to hang on to. All right, Rob Mcclure, number 529. Well, he doesn't go by Rob, he goes by Bob, so the names are kind of interchangeable. He's short for Robert, of course, but he didn't go by Rob. That was an error. That was an uncorrected error, and Becca does recognize that one, but they never bothered correcting that one. Number 222, Tim Wallach, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Card number 222. So this one's kind of weird there. So on the back, next to where it says printed in the USA, I'm going to put some scans of this one here. There is a little dot, an ink dot next to the USA. Not really sure what that dot is, and it's obviously a mistake. It's not recognized by Beckett. And just from what I was able to find, they're both about as easy to find. Like there's not one that's more rare than the other. So these are all worth 5 cents going down the list. Jim Morrison, card number 543. So kind of a cool one. On the back of his stats, it has lifetime career batting average of 264. They forgot the decimal to make it .264. It just says 264, which on all the years they got it right, as you can see. They did come back and correct that. The corrected is worth 5 cents. The error is worth, are you ready? 15 cents. Okay, so that's it. Nothing too great there. Jose Uribe, number 559. Now, we've seen him on other lists, right? You guys are probably familiar with, I guess it was the 90 score, or I guess it was a Flair. Jose Uribe that sold for millions of dollars, whatever. Kind of a hoax there. But this particular one actually is an error as well, and it's the wrong date of birth. And he had that same error on a couple cards. I'm not sure why they did not correct that. Comes in at 5 cents. That's it. All right, number 574, Rob Nelson. Rob Nelson didn't have a very prestigious career. Matter of fact, it was so bad that he only had 1 RBI he had 0 RBIs his first year and 1 RBI his second year. But for his totals, they gave him 0. So it actually has a 0 on there when he should be 1 total RBI. So maybe famous for his uncorrected error, not famous for his playing career, but no extra value there, 5 cents. Don't go out and buy it. Steve Jeltz, card number 576. There he is, nice action photo. Looks like he's just getting a hit and running to first base, but it's not him. It's Juan Samuel. Man, they keep doing that. Putting the wrong picture on the wrong card there. And I've said this 1,000 times before. I mean, the worst thing you can do is put the wrong player on his card. He's probably getting this card and showing it to his family, saying, Well, that's my name, but that's my teammate picture there. Lon Samuel. They did not correct that. It is worth 5 cents. Let's move on here. Gary Templeton, number 649. Wrong birthplace. Did not correct it. 5 cents. All right. Probably my favorite card in this set there is the Greg Jeffries. This is his rookie. It's like his true rookie. It didn't say rated rookie on there, but this was a short print, so they didn't make as many of them. And these were going for some serious money. Greg Jeffries, of course, is probably the most famous prospect that, I don't know, flopped, whatever. He had a good career, though, so I can't be too hard on him. But this card was a really hot item. I think it was probably going $10 to $15 value at one point, which seems ridiculous. It's now worth 25 cents. But it's not on that list for this reason. It's on for a different reason. So there is a difference in the narrative on the back. So there's actually not difference in what it says there, like as far as different words, but the spacing is different. So on one variation, the last line starts with the word best, and the other starts with eventually. So just kind of a spacing thing where, again, it says the same thing, but not recognized at Beckett, no additional value, 25 cents total. Poor guy. So there's one more card in the set here that's kind of a unique one there. It's a Kirby Puckett. It does not have a number. It's a not numbered card, NNO. It was actually not issued in packs. It was issued on the back of blister packs, and I'll show a picture of it here. And it was something you can cut out. I think it was a cutout one in there. Anyway, it wasn't in regular packs, just in blister packs. It's worth $1.25 according to Beckett. You know, if you've never bought blister packs, you've probably never seen this card. I know I looked at it because it's a different portrait than his regular base card. And so it's kind of a cool one there. I do not have one. I was looking on eBay. They're going for $5 to $10, sometimes more than that. Beckett listed $1.25, so I think they're kind of off on their price. But the point is, it's a not numbered card, so kind of cool. But it's not an error. It is just the way they did it. Donruss also issued another set, a subset of cards called the All-Stars. This is not an insert. It's a different set altogether. And if you look at it here, well, here's a checklist here. It kind of has the same background as the 1988 Donruss. So at first glance, it looks the same, but it is different. It doesn't have the red on it. And these are just featuring All-Stars. So the error on this checklist card, number 32, is Wade Boggs is listed as a left fielder. Dan Plessick is listed as a Detroit Tiger. Both those are incorrect. They did not correct that. Card's worth 50 cents. And then there's a couple more problems in the set. Rick Russell of my San Francisco Giants, my Bay Area team. This is card number 52. So he's obviously a Giants, right? But on the back, you see a Pirates logo there. He's obviously not Pirates. That was the error. It was uncorrected. Brace yourself. It's worth 5 cents. And there's another one, Ozzie Virgil. This is card number 50. Obviously Atlanta Braves. But on the back has the Philadelphia Phillies. So another error there that went uncorrected. That is the set of 1988 Donruss. And, wow, not a lot of value here, but but it was a fun one for me to collect back in the day there. So let me know if you got some of these errors there, and I hope you guys are liking and subscribing. We got some cool stuff up ahead, and hope you guys are enjoying the World Series, and hope you guys are staying safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you next time. Hey, one more thing, guys. You're not going to want to miss the next video.